Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weishuttle, and as always, I am joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weishuttle. Doug, did you survive the most boring Super Bowl in my recent memory?
I really can't call it a Super Bowl. It kind of was really, really bad.
That was terrible. Oh, my God, that was awful. I think I had I had two prop bets that worked out, and that's about it. I said the Patriots will score a rushing touchdown, and that's the only touchdown they scored. And I also went with the under of the first half, which I could have gone with the under for the entire game.
I went with the over, thinking both the offenses were going to show up.
No,
and
apparently
they did
not.
So I don't know. I was disappointed in not just the game itself, but I have to say I was totally disappointed in the commercials too.
I didn't even pay attention with the commercials. The commercials were terrible. And one thing I didn't watch was the halftime show, and from all reports, I guess that was kind of bad too. But all around, a really, really bad Super Bowl. The only thing that saved it is we were down in Atlantic City, and we'll tell you all about it, and visiting the sports books. And,
all the new ones and also
fun.
The current ones. I think... we'll talk about it later. But but it was kind of shocking in certain aspects of it. Let me put it that way.
So, like I said, it was a busy week in sports. So let's take a trip down the Turnpike. And today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with the side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $15 off your first order of $30 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
All right, we're going to do a little different sports betting update exit here. This is the Super Bowl exit.
Okay.
Revenue exit.
Oh, the Super Bowl revenue exit.
Yes.
For the
sports betting.
For all the sports books across the country. This was the first Super Bowl with
legalized
widespread sports betting. So
well, since the last Super Bowl, there's been a total of 1, 2, 3, I'm reading my notes.
Okay.
7 states that now have sports betting in addition to Nevada.
Yeah.
And some are both mobile and land-based, some are just land-based.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the two biggies, New Jersey and Nevada.
New Jersey got killed.
I wouldn't say killed.
They lost on the Super Bowl, though.
The
sportsbooks lost, which means the bettors won, which is good.
It's a disappointing number. Let me put it that way. From all the bluster and watching what was happening before the Super Bowl in terms of the betting numbers, for the Super Bowl alone, okay, just under $35 million was bet in New Jersey.
Okay.
The sports books, because it was such a Patriots-heavy crowd in New Jersey, and that makes sense.
East Coast, I would guess. Yeah,
it makes sense. It was a Patriots crowd, and they took a bath for $4.5 million.
The sports books took a bath.
Yes.
Yep.
Bettors won a lot more than the books did. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. What is it? The sports books lost $4.5 million.
$4.5 million.
Wow. Boy,
and it was
they
interesting.
They didn't lose it on me because I gave them my money.
Well, hey, it was interesting because you also had DraftKings and FanDuel reporting that they each had over 300,000 bets placed on the Super Bowl alone, which is an interesting number. I mean, that's
not dollars. That's actual $300,000 individual bets.
Right. Okay. That's individual bets. Here are the actual numbers. DraftKings had 300,000 mobile sportsbook app bets.
Okay.
FanDuel took down 350,000 bets on the Super Bowl. That's mobile.
Mm-hmm.
So, they did okay with getting customers and getting action and everything else. They just didn't make the money they thought they were going to make with this game because it was such a Patriots-heavy crowd in New Jersey.
You know, it was interesting. I was with you in Atlantic City, and you actually made money before the game because you bet on PointsBet on the basketball game.
Yeah, I did I joined PointsBet for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And by the way, one of the best sites to work with.
Well, sure, you won money.
No, it was easy to work with. They got some interesting bets on there.
They did. They really did.
One of the things I did was I did a halftime bet for the Celtics game against, I think it was the Cavaliers. Or was it the Pistons? I can't remember who the other team was.
I think it was Oklahoma City.
It might have been.
It was Oklahoma City. And you went to halftime.
I went halftime with the Celtics winning.
No, they had an interesting bet where you went money line with the Celtics.
For halftime.
No. Remember it was a special, the whole game, but if they were leading at halftime,
they pay out.
They'd pay out.
Yeah.
So you made out at halftime.
And I made out at halftime. I also would have made out with the bet overall because the Celtics ended up winning the game.
Sure.
But that was before the Super Bowl even started. I lost all my bets on the Super Bowl because of what a crap game that was.
I won 2 bets. Like I said, the prop bet was I said the Patriots will score a rushing touchdown. And I went with the first half under, which was 27.5 points, and it turned out they only scored 3 points, so total. So I made out on that one.
Oddly enough, for New Jersey, only one online book said they won.
Really? Which one was that?
BetStars. They reported to ESPN that they had won on the game.
Wow, good for them.
Didn't say how much they won, so they may have squeaked by.
Now they're only in New Jersey, right?
They're only in New Jersey.
Okay.
But, again, maybe this is where they made their money because, as we talk about Nevada, this is where Nevada made their money, too. They lost on the game. Nevada did, all the books. They won $10.7 million overall against the gamblers for the Super Bowl alone. They took in $145.9 million for the Super Bowl. That was what was wagered. The sports books won $10.7 million, not on the game, but they made their money on the prop bets.
Yeah, the prop bets killed a lot of bettors.
Killed me.
Yep.
Everyone was thinking over. Everyone was
usually
thinking,
it's the reverse. Yeah. Sports books get killed on the prop bets. And in fact, some sports books limit your prop bets.
Yeah,
but not this time. The sports books won on prop bets.
The thing about the Nevada sports book.
Yeah, Nevada won on
bets.
The prop bets. The interesting thing about Nevada is they're still down 8% from last year. They thought it was going to be another record year, but it really fell short of that. And
the other thing I found interesting with Nevada, they won more money on futures bets for the game.
Okay.
Not on the game itself. A lot of the money came in from people betting on the Patriots earlier on to win the Super Bowl. That's where most of the money was made.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I can't believe the future bets are out already for next year. That's a little quick.
Yeah, well, you know what they got to do.
I'm still reeling from the Super Bowl, and they have the future bets out already.
Well, hey, we're moving from NFL now to awful AAFL.
I know. I can't wait on that
this weekend.
Yeah.
So
this weekend it starts, huh?
That'll be interesting because they're talking about a whole bunch of things. They've got some sports betting stuff lined up for in-game betting and all that.
Great.
Because a lot of the people that are running the AAFL also have like tech company backgrounds and all that stuff, so they got deals in place for some of that stuff.
I mean, not to get off the Super Bowl discussion, but will all the sports books be allowing bets for the new football league, or is that still up in the air?
I can't answer that one because I don't know.
Okay,
I do know the AAFL is partnered with the NFL.
Okay,
so maybe if they can do NFL, they can do AAFL.
Okay.
I don't know, but rounding out the other books. Mississippi had a handle of $4.7 million on the Super Bowl alone.
Mm-hmm.
No word on what the hold was.
Okay.
Delaware, $2.2 million was wagered on the Super Bowl. $400,000 of that was on long-term bets for the Super Bowl. They weren't made the day of the game.
So they were
beforehand.
Futures, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Virginia reported $2.8 million from both the books and the mobile players.
Wow, I got to tell you, that's really good.
For West Virginia,
West Virginia is outstanding.
Now, here's the interesting part. Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and the Native American sports books in Mississippi and New Mexico did not release any of their numbers for the Super Bowl.
Well, I guess, they're going to release it, I guess, relatively soon, I would think. Or are they really keeping it close to the chest? I would think Pennsylvania did well.
I would have thought Rhode Island would have done well with the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Sure, I thought so, yeah. I mean, there's no sports betting in New England except for Rhode Island. So if you wanted to place a bet on the Patriots and you're in New England, you go to Rhode Island.
Which is why a little foreshadowing for the later segment. All the Patriot fans were in New Jersey, obviously.
Exit 2.
Going from football to eSports. Now, you remember the movie and the book Moneyball.
Sure.
Well, we now have a high-tech company in Indiana who has created a platform that they say will be the Moneyball for eSports.
So this is analytics, so you can look at your favorite player
or
determine who the best player is through analytics.
Exactly.
Okay.
They've just received their first round of seed money.
Okay.
So they're getting this up and running. It's an artificial intelligence platform that uses data to bridge the gap between amateurism and professional eSports play. It's going to analyze everything a kid does playing the games.
Well, you're saying kid. I mean, these are grown men and women, aren't they?
They're teenagers. There's 20s, 30s. If there's a 40, 50-year-old esports player, that's great too. But most of these are kids. If you want to consider 20-year-olds kids, I do. So.
Now, I wonder if this is the prelude for widespread betting on esports. I wonder if this is one of those things where you use this platform to create odds.
This is one of the reasons why they created the program.
Really? Okay.
Because of what's going on with the data deals. Somebody's going to need this data.
That's true. I mean, all these deals deal with data and the players involved and what they're doing, what analytics are attached to them, and this is amazing.
And this company is gearing it toward not just the players and the parents, but also to the esports companies that want to draft players.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess so. There's a draft. I would think there's
a draft.
I never even thought of a draft for esports players.
And also you got to look at colleges now that are offering scholarships.
Yeah, they are. Which is shocking to me. Which is absolutely shocking.
This is another method of actually determining whether or not a kid is worthy of a scholarship to go to esports, for esports at college.
We grew up in the wrong time. Boy, can you imagine when we were growing up, we get a scholarship for Pac-Man or Pitfall, or I'm sure they're more involved now with the the live action games. I think you need more skill than what we had, but
well, we never actually had games like what is that, League of Legends?
We never had that.
Fortnite. No. What's the other one? The military one.
Is it Over something or
Fields of Honor
whatever.
Or something else?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell these things are.
You're talking about the Overwatch League.
Overwatch, that's it.
Well, that's
see, I'm getting hip to this stuff.
Actually, we actually had one of their first games. Blizzard Entertainment runs the Overwatch.
Okay.
League. We had some kind of role-playing Dungeons and Dragons type video game from them.
Diablo. I don't remember playing that.
Yeah, no, it was. I
remember Pitfall. I remember Donkey Kong.
You're on the Atari level.
Yeah, I'm the Atari 2600. Right? Did I get that number right?
You got that one right. And I don't see any esports doing Atari 2600 games. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Bally's had Bally's Casino in Atlantic City had a big Space Invaders game. I guess you can win money on that.
Yep, you can do that. And Bally's for a while was big on the games that like Blaine Grabos' company used to do, the skill-based games.
Sure.
And also, what was the other one? Gamblet Gaming.
Yeah.
They have the skill-based games, which is not really a slot machine, not really a video game, but it's a combination
but that's
of the
not
two.
really esports, right?
It could fall under that if you want to push
the umbrella of esports.
It could. Okay. It could. I think it's another offshoot of it. It's not like what these esports leagues are, but this data may become the first step to seeing a data deal for some of these esports leagues.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I know Luxor is building a big esports arena. They did. Does that mean they're betting? You can bet on the esports now in Luxor, or no? Not yet.
I believe for the different tournaments for esports, Nevada would have to go to the gaming control board.
It's an individual basis.
Yeah,
you would have to apply for it?
There's no set thing for esports in terms of betting. I know, like, when you look at some of these online mobile sites, you see games, darts, pool. I thought one of the interesting things with PointsBet, Australian rules football you can bet on.
Wow.
The
problem is I don't know that sport well enough to even
No.
attempt betting on that. I'm still trying to learn NASCAR so I can start kind of like throwing a little money down on that. I know the big NASCAR season's coming up, and I want to learn it, but I'm not familiar with it.
The one thing I noticed just recently, William Hill was the big sponsor for the World Championship of Darts.
Okay.
And they were showing statistics as they were playing the dart game.
Okay.
So, I mean, everything at some point is going to be bet on.
Okay. I think I saw it on FanDuel too, darts.
Yeah, that's a big thing, especially overseas.
Okay.
Exit 3.
Going back to that horrid game that was called the Super Bowl. These are the advertising numbers we're going to go through.
Oh, they must be crazy. They must be nuts.
The game itself brought in $382 million, the third largest amount in the history of the Super Bowl broadcast. Only the 2017 game and the 2018 game brought in more. 2017 did $419 million. The 2018 game, which was the Eagles-Patriots game, $408 million. That still wasn't even the biggest draw for advertising. Mm-hmm. But in 2016 had $370 million, 2015 $345. They're anticipating, once this is all adjusted for pre- and post-game ad revenue, the game generated $450 million.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
in ad
Wow.
revenue.
I got to tell you, maybe because we were in casinos and sports books watching the game, I really didn't focus in on one commercial.
No.
I don't know if there was a big commercial that came out. I remember seeing a lot of Bud Light commercials.
I saw a lot of, like Coke or Pepsi commercials,
yeah.
a soft drink.
Yeah.
Bubbly. That was the new soft drink.
Something like that. I remember seeing, was it Christina Applegate on, it was an M&M's commercial. I saw that at the sports book.
I saw Steve Carroll do one for Pepsi or something.
Yeah. But I didn't have
or was
one.
it Coke? I don't know.
I didn't have one that stood out. I mean, I'm not going to remember any of these commercials probably in another month or two, but I really don't. Let me tell you something. The last commercial that stuck out for me in a Super Bowl.
Do not say baby puppy
No,
monkey.
Puppy Monkey Baby.
Yeah.
I'm still scarred with that.
That was just such a disturbing
Oh my
creation.
God. What a jarring commercial.
The one that still sticks with me because it was funny was the Doritos commercial with the guy in the time traveling box.
Oh,
where the
yeah.
old guy came out from the house telling him to get off the lawn. He thought it was the little kid.
Yeah. No, I remember those. I don't remember have a memorable commercial from the Super Bowl this year. Maybe it's just where I was watching the Super Bowl, but I don't remember a memorable commercial that really stuck out in my head.
Well, this is an interesting stat here, and it's more interesting when you look at the $382 million that came in from the game. Advertising or the ads that were run during the broadcast accounted for only 23% of the overall broadcast. They made $382 million on less than a quarter of the time that was part of the overall broadcast.
That's insane.
What was
That's
the 30-second spot? It was like $5.3 million or something like that.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what's interesting, though? I mean, we're talking about ads and where it was played. YouTube. I saw YouTube be
They were the official streamer.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, are these factored into YouTube? Does YouTube get a little money from this advertising, or they have their own separate stream and they're off and running?
From what I understand, this was the NFL's deal with the streaming networks anyway during the regular season.
Oh, so they must have had to
They
play.
had certain amount of ads given to the NFL, certain amount of ads given to the streaming networks,
Okay.
and then they shared set ads for the stream.
Interesting.
So I don't know if they did that with YouTube. I know YouTube paid an arm and a leg just to get to be the official streaming partner.
Yeah, I know. I think it was I think I heard it in the pregame, where the YouTube pregame ceremony stuff. I don't even know what that was.
I was actually surprised to see YouTube. I totally forgot there was a streaming element to this because I just assumed AT&T or Verizon, whatever the deal was with the NFL during the regular season, they had the game too. So, but Anheuser-Busch was the top marketer. They spent $59 million, and I barely remember any of their ads. I remember the what was it? The dog, the anniversary thing. The dog on the cart with John Denver playing in the background or something.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
It was like I saw it.
I must have missed so much in the commercial department.
The only reason I remember because we saw it in the third quarter.
Okay.
Where we were, it was easy to watch. It was on. We were standing in front of the big screen over at DraftKings.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no. And then let's see. Amazon was the runner-up after Anheuser-Busch, $25 million. Then Google, Toyota, they each gave in a $20 million they spend for that. And, auto manufacturers advertised the least in the Super Bowl since 2010. They had the smallest percentage.
Can we just sum it up? It was a disappointing game with disappointing commercials.
Yeah, and a disappointing halftime.
Yeah.
Although, some people did like Maroon 5, but
I didn't see one bit of that.
I don't know. I remember one guy saying, imagine spending $3,000 for a Maroon 5 concert and 16 points.
Okay, yeah.
That's how you sum it up right
Not
there.
Good.
Exit 4.
Well, we just had the Super Bowl with legalized sports betting. Now we're going to have the first NBA All-Star game and NBA All-Star draft with sports betting. This is going to be the first time the All-Star draft. It's between Team LeBron and Team Giannis, the Greek freak.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo. I think I pronounced his name right there.
Antetokounmpo.
Or
Popo.
there you go.
Popo.
You'll say
I
that from
screwed
now
that
on.
up.
But this is the first time
Antetokounmpo.
they're drafting on TV.
Okay.
LeBron's going to go first.
Okay.
There's a whole roster of all the All-Star players. They were already chosen from the fan voting and the team voting. Now it's just a matter of picking the teams.
The two team leaders pick from a pool of all-stars
Right.
that were...
Remember the NHL used to do that too?
Sure.
They stopped that. But this is the first time this draft is going to be televised. So A lot of the sportsbook have released a ton of prop bets on this.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go through a couple because they're interesting.
Yeah, go through a couple. I want to go to
Kevin Durant
FanDuel.
is the odds-on favorite to be taken number 1 overall by Team LeBron.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that.
Well, it was between him and Curry going number 1 overall, but then Giannis over there tweeted that he was going to repay the favor Curry did last year when he drafted him, that he was going to pick Curry first.
Okay.
So there's your number 2 overall, probably going to Team Giannis. Team Greek Freak, I'll say.
Okay.
Let's see. Right now, Curry's opening odds are now at -200. You risk $2 to win 1.
I can tell you right now, FanDuel, I'm on the FanDuel site right now, the sports book. The first overall pick, you had, what was Curry, you said?
Right now, Curry is -200 favorite.
Okay.
To be drafted first.
Steph Curry, according to them, is +290.
They may not have updated after
I don't know.
His Greek Freak's tweet.
I got to tell you, Kyrie Irving is in contact with LeBron a lot more often now. So I guess he now appreciates him, and I guess so that might be a pretty good bet.
Well, here's Kyrie Irving's odds. This is from Don Best Sports. Basically, I got these numbers from +200.
Kyrie Irving on FanDuel, I'm looking at now, is +400
to go where?
First overall pick.
Okay, this is just being taken by Team LeBron.
And by the way, that's all they have right now. The All-Star, they only have the first overall pick. You can.
Yeah, this one went down in terms of all the starters. Here you go. This was an interesting one. This is where Kyrie Irving comes into play.
Okay.
Odds on the last starters to be taken. Kyrie Irving is the leader in that one for +200.
For the last player to be taken.
Right.
Wow.
Also tied with him is Kemba Walker, +200.
Oh, okay.
To be taken as one of the last of the starting players.
I can run through FanDuel here. I'll say them all. Harden +200, Irving +400, Walker +5,000, Curry +290.
But that's to be taken first.
Taken first. George +2,000, Kawhi Leonard +2,500, Kevin Durant +170, Joel Embiid +3,300. These are all to be first overall pick.
Yeah, none of them are good bets. I mean, right now, I mean, you're looking at Curry and Durant. They're the two everyone's focused on. I don't see anybody else being chosen first overall. The last ones, I like those two. Kyrie Irving and Kemba Walker is the last chosen.
Yeah, I like those. That's an interesting thing.
And here's another one. This year they're having 2 commissioner spots for the draft. These guys won't really be playing, if at all. Maybe they'll play a little bit, but not much. You have Dwayne Wade and Dirk Nowitzki as the potential quote-unquote commissioners for these 2 All-Star teams.
Interesting. What do the commissioners do?
Nothing.
Is like nothing. Okay, nothing.
Nothing. They're basically the coaches on the floor kind of thing.
I wonder if I wonder if it's a good betting play to put a little money on all of them. Let me tell you something.
Two.
Yeah, something like Walker. It's first overall pick. Kemba Walker is +5,000. A $2 bet gets you $100.
Yeah.
So, but there's no chance of him though.
Does that, since you're on that site already,
I
hate to be pushing FanDuel all the time here, but. Yeah. No, it's okay. Do they have the commissioners on there?
No, they have first overall pick. That is it.
Okay, well,
that is it. I guess maybe
according to where I got these guys from, Dwayne Wade is a +110 underdog to get chosen by LeBron. LeBron chooses the commissioner first.
Oh, okay.
Nowitzki is the favorite at -140.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see that this is what the NBA kind of wanted. Every little bit of data, every little bit of activity is going to generate prop bets and sports betting.
It's very interesting,
and it's going to be part of their overall data deal. Where they, this is what they anticipated. I can't believe the NFL is not going to jump in on this at some point because they have the All-Star weekend or Pro Bowl or whatever. That's going to change that a little bit too.
Okay,
so we'll see what happens with that.
Here we go. Okay, now interesting. I'm on PointsBet. Okay,
go ahead.
First starter drafted. Here
these and everyone listening, these odds may change by Thursday night. Thursday night.
Yes, absolutely. Harden this is PointsBet, and this is first starter to be drafted. Harden plus 150, Durant plus 200, Curry plus 300, Irving plus 400, George plus 1,000, Kawhi Leonard plus 2,000, Joel Embiid plus 3,000, and Kemba Walker plus 3,000. Oh boy, look at this. First reserve drafted, then last player drafted. Okay, they have that. Nowitzki minus 1428, Dwayne Wade plus 600. Wow. And then they have last player drafted in round 2 on PointsBet. It seems like PointsBet is really, they have 14 outcomes. I'm not going to read them all, but PointsBet is really going all in on the NBA draft, which is pretty
You mean
cool.
the All-Star draft?
All-Star draft, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, everyone's going all out except obviously FanDuel.
Yep.
Because they haven't put
That's
up.
tonight.
Well, tomorrow night.
Thursday night.
We're, as anyone can tell, we're taping this in advance. This is not a live show.
So check the odds because these might change. And also check Twitter because I think everyone gets a lot of clues from social media.
And also all the books do those points boosts.
Yeah, the odds boosts.
Boosts.
I love those things.
Yeah, so keep your eyes out. Whatever app you're using, whatever book you go to, just have fun with it and just
absolutely.
This is a whole new era and enjoy it.
Yeah, no, what the hell? And bet wisely. Don't go nutso. I do the $2, $3 thing.
What did I always say? Bet with your head, not just your phone.
Yep.
There you go. All right, that'll do it for the rundown.
And just a reminder, today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today, and now get $15 off your first order of $30 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
All right, to get in touch with Turnpike Sports, call or text us at 609-512-59110. That's 609-512-5910. Hit us up on Facebook or Twitter at Turnpike Sports for both of those social media outlets, and our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Don't forget to order your 2019 International Bikini Team calendar. info@internationalbikini-team.org is the email address to use for ordering information. And you can catch Turnpike Sports now on your smart TVs via Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV through Binge Networks. And also you can hear the show through the iHeartMedia podcast division, as well as your GPS with Waze. I'm still fascinated by that.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
So you can also subscribe to the show on iTunes. We're on Stitcher Radio and also YouTube.
Stick around when we come back. You know, it was the first Super Bowl in the new era of online. Era.
Say it like a Kennedy.
Yeah, era. First era of legalized sports betting in New Jersey, and we were in Atlantic City at a bunch of the sports books, and we're going to have a full report when we come back. And, Doug, you're going to put some video up on everything?
If you check out the Binge broadcast, You'll see some video that we took mixed in with the discussion here. So hopefully you have a good time watching it as well as listening to what we did.
So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports. Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from Turnpike Sports with this week's Bet Flash. The Super Bowl has come and gone, and the sportsbooks in Nevada and New Jersey went in different directions. The Nevada sportsbooks won the day, winning $10.8 million from over $145 million wagered, while the New Jersey books reported losing $4.5 million due to heavy betting on the Patriots. A controversy on the national anthem prop bet occurred. The over-under for Gladys Knight's rendition of the anthem was 1 minute 50 seconds, and the official time was 2 minutes and 1 second. However, it appeared that Knight sang the word brave twice. It has been reported that some books were awarding the anthem as an under, disregarding the repeat. And finally, even though the Super Bowl just ended, some books were quick to get out the futures. The Kansas City Chiefs are the favorites to win next year at 6-1, with the Patriots, Rams, and Saints all getting 8-1 odds to win it all. Right now, the team with the longest odds, the Miami Dolphins, at 300-1. From the seaside to the desert, from the betting lines to the sites online, Turnpike Sports has got you covered. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Turnpike Sports. Bright Tech offers unique no-dust lighting products that fit right into your home, no construction required. Elevated designs should be available to everyone, not just the folks with the big bank accounts. Trick out your living room, create your perfect reading nook. Whatever the situation, Bright Tech has a lighting solution for you. And now get 5% off of your entire order when using our promo code RADIO5OFF at checkout. Head on over to BrightTechShop.com and start designing the life you want. Bright Tech, your bright life realized. You've been hearing me talk about MyPillow and the benefits of using it to get a good night's sleep, alleviate your sore neck and back, and the special deal you can get from MyPillow through the show. Well, not only can you pick up the special deal for 4 MyPillows when you use promo code CARDS, but now you can get $100 off your purchase of the MyPillow mattress. Yeah, that's right, the MyPillow mattress. The MyPillow mattress comes with a 10-year warranty and a 120-day money-back guarantee. The MyPillow mattress is made up of 3 unique layers, providing you the comfort and support to fall asleep and stay asleep all night. It even has the luxurious Dream Soft cover, which is stain-resistant and stays cool all night. Just head on over to MyPillow.com, click on the MyPillow mattress link, and enter promo code CARDS at checkout to get $100 off your order. Or call 1-800-319-7913 to order by phone. That's MyPillow.com or call 1-800-319-7913 and use promo code CARDS. Better sleep starts with MyPillow.
Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff that will spice up your bedroom is even better. Just go to adamandeve.com and select almost any one item for 50% off, and then we'll load on the free stuff. Just enter this very exclusive code, BABE16 at checkout, and you'll get 10 tantalizing free gifts, including a sexy item for him, a special toy for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy. And for your viewing pleasure, 6 free spicy movies on DVD. Plus, free shipping! Always sent in discreet packaging. So go to adamandeve.com now. Get 50% off plus 10 free gifts when you enter the exclusive offer code BABE16. Again, that's BABE16. Because without it, no free stuff. That's BABE16 at adamandeve.com.
We'll get right back to the show, but I want to take a minute to talk to you about Bean Genius. How would you like your coffee delivered right to your door every month, maybe 2 times a month? Well, now that can happen with Bean Genius. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country at beangenius.com. And Bean Genius actually learns their customers' individual taste preferences, then suggests future coffee blends for them. Well, how do they do that? Well, this is the cool thing about Bean Genius. Over at beangenius.com, they use an algorithm which learns the coffee flavors you like and then pairs up what you like with the coffee that they have in stock. And it's all based upon you. Every time you order, the system learns. The system learns your preferences as you go along and order more and more coffee. And now, all our listeners at Turnpike Sports can get a special offer. You head on over to beangenius.com/subscription, and you'll be able to get 10% off your purchase when you use our promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E, at checkout. That's 10% off at beangenius.com/subscription with promo code PIKE, P-I-K-E. beangenius.com, the smart specialty coffee subscription service.
I'll bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day.
No way.
I'll give you 3-1 odds.
No.
5-1.
No.
10-1.
You're on.
Welcome back to Turnpike Sports. Dave Weishottle and Doug Weishottle with you here. You know, this was the first time the Super Bowl occurred, and there was legalized sports betting in New Jersey, and we were down at some of the sports books in Atlantic City, and we wanted to talk about it a little bit.
Well, let's set the stage a little bit.
Yeah, the sports books on the boardwalk. There are sports books in the marina section.
I was going to go even one step further.
Okay.
We were in Atlantic City last year, too, for the Eagles-Patriots
we
game.
go every year. It's a tradition. This year was a little different with the sports betting aspect.
But, when we went last year, there was no sports betting. But there was a local team.
Yeah, it was the
This
Eagles.
year was legalized sports betting, but no local team.
For those who don't know, Atlantic City is about 45 minutes away from Philadelphia. So, of course, that's a big Eagles city.
So, given the fact there was a local team last year and no sports betting, I was surprised at the amount of people that were in Atlantic City.
There was a lot of people in Atlantic City.
And again, it was a lot of Eagles, a lot of Patriot fans.
Yep.
This year, legalized sports betting, I thought that would be a bigger draw than it was. I'm telegraphing this right now. It was kind of interesting to watch the interaction between the people betting and watching the game and how they reacted to different things because of the prop bets.
Sure. And the in-game betting. And
also the national, the anthem, which got
people,
screwed up.
People bet on the anthem, and there was some controversy there, I guess. What was the over-under? A minute 50 seconds, and I think the official time was 2 minutes and 1 second. However, it was found out or was discovered that Gladys Knight, who sang amazing version of it, she sang the word brave twice, and I guess that
Home of the Brave.
Home of the
Brave. She said it twice.
She said it twice, so I guess that stretched it out a bit. But I heard some sports books actually paid out for the under and disregarded the second Home of the Brave.
And from what I was reading, the way the line was set for the time, some people that were working with Gladys Knight, right?
Yeah.
Her 3 rehearsals were timed out around 1:49, 1:50, 1:51. So it was kind of 1:50 was the actual time that was on a lot of them, the over-under.
Okay.
And this has been going on overseas and outside the United States for God knows how long.
Okay.
So they got that information. They were going by that. She screwed it up by doing Home of the Brave twice.
Well, I think she screwed it up. I think it's an artistic endeavor, and I think she can do whatever she wants. She has the platform. She has the podium. She can do whatever she wants. And she sang beautifully.
And she bet on the over.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's a joke. I'm sure she did not bet anything on the game.
No, she probably had someone else do it for her. Come on. Then, that's she had the inside information, the total inside information.
I think she did. I think she did a great job.
Oh, no, she did great, and it was actually starting off kind of interesting. We went to – let's start right in the row here.
Sure.
First one we went to before the game.
Yep.
Just to see what it was like, Tropicana.
Yep, that's the
William Hill Sportsbook at Tropicana.
That's the furthest I don't even know if it's north or south of on the boardwalk, but it's the furthest one in the boardwalk.
Yeah.
The boardwalk is 6 miles long, for those of you who don't know. So
if you're on the beach facing the boardwalk, it's all the way down to the
all
left.
the way to the left. The last casino on the boardwalk to the left, if you're facing the boardwalk.
And I have to admit, it looked interesting when you first walk up to it because it's right next to the Chickies and Pete's bar.
Sure.
And Chickies and Pete's has gobs of TVs everywhere in that place. And it had, I think it was like 8 tellers or 4 or 5 tellers on one side of it, 4 or 5 tellers on another. It was back-to-back kind of thing. It was all the way around. Yeah. And it looked nice.
Yeah.
And
it'd be interesting, is that their permanent home there, or are they going to build an actual room? Or?
I would assume all these are, other than Ocean Resort, and I think maybe the Harrah's Atlantic City one. Mm-hmm. I think they're all temporary, except those two.
Sure.
Because I know Borgata's building one now. It's going to be open in the summer.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing about a lot of the sports books we were out. They had a lot of people pushing their mobile sports book.
Oh, yeah.
They were out there signing people up. I guess they were offering a $50 free bet if you signed up on
William Hill was doing...
Yeah, William Hill. It's a William Hill.
William Hill was doing $50 bet. If you do a $50 bet, you get $50.
Sure.
So basically a free bet.
They had a lot of people with their clipboards coming out and signing people up with their on their phones. And
we were there before the game.
Sure.
And there was a lot of action going on.
Actually, that's where you saw and you won a Celtics game.
Yeah, I saw everybody walking around looking at the prop bets from Tropicana and all that stuff. William Hill had the same prop bets in all their sports books. Mm-hmm. So it was the same package. And they sent them out before, a couple days before.
We were at 2 William Hill sportsbook properties. We were at Tropicana, and we were also at the Ocean Resort.
That was the next stop.
Yes.
And that was the busiest, I think.
Yes.
And they had a pre-Super Bowl viewing party. They were giving out food, T-shirts, all that stuff.
I got to tell you, the line for the windows was insane.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of people there, I mean... Hopefully you can jump on Binge or go to our Facebook page And we have we have some video of that there, and the crowds were crazy. And
Yeah,
nuts.
no, I was really impressed with not only the way they handled the crowd,
Sure.
but what was going on in the crowd as well. They had, they had certain seats assigned or reserved by William Hill on one side. William Hill had, there's two sets of seats on either side. The line was incredibly long.
Yeah.
Thank God I had the online sports book, because I never would have stood in line. That would have driven me nuts.
When you look at the Ocean Resort, it's kind of like the classic sports book of Vegas you would think of. It's TVs all around you, 360 degrees, and just huge screens, and just absolutely amazing place to watch a game.
It gives the impression of a mission control type setting.
Absolutely. And I know VSIN has
their studio
they
upstairs.
have a studio upstairs, and they on the other side of the circle upstairs. I think I pointed that out. What was that? I guess that was their VIP bar, but
they have an upstairs bar overlooking everything on the other side.
To see an event like the Super Bowl and a great new sports book, you kind of want to be in the crowd. I don't know why you would separate yourself being up into a VIP.
For one reason, because you can.
Yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, this is a guy who's not invited to the VIP lounge, so
Nope.
I guess why would you go there? So.
And I have to admit, I was impressed with the number of people wearing sunglasses for this game.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but I guess that's a trademark for some of these guys, or they're trying to look cool or whatever.
I guess so.
Pinky rings galore were there.
Pinky rings, and guys, button up your shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharkskin
I know
suits too.
it's beautiful suits, but you got to button up your shirts.
Yeah, that kind of.
But it was a great crowd though.
Yeah, it was a great. Forgot to tell everybody before we got to Ocean Resorts. Mm-hmm. We walked by DraftKings.
We did, yeah.
We took a look at DraftKings before the game, too. They had a lot of press people there, a lot of TV cameras. They had a good crowd before the game as well.
Yeah, we checked it out. We walked by DraftKings before we probably did this way out of order.
Yeah.
But we stopped in Resorts and took a quick look at DraftKings. We didn't go in because they were really setting up a lot of things. It was about like 2:30, 3 o'clock before the game, and they had a lot of press there. Like I said, it was the first Super Bowl in the sports betting era in New Jersey, so they had press there. They had a lot of people setting up.
They had a lot of local networks there.
Yeah.
I think they had Fox over there, the local Foxes,
And then
all that stuff.
Walked over,
walked down the boardwalk,
all
the way down
to Ocean Resorts. That's when we saw the first, I guess, quarter and a half.
Quarter-ish, yeah. But that was fun. It was interesting. I think it was a mistake, but it was actually fun to listen to it for a little bit. The opening kickoff and maybe the first couple of first play after that was in Spanish.
Yeah,
I think they hit the
what
wrong
the hell
button
that
there.
was.
But that was interesting to hear. I never heard the Spanish broadcast before, and thank you, Ocean Resort. I don't know if you meant to do that, but that was actually...
Well, that might have not been them. It could have been the network.
It could have been that, but it's one of those things where... Yeah, like I said, I'd never heard it before, and it was interesting to hear it. A lot of people seemed to be upset about it. So I was looking around, and people were looking around trying to get people to change it.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I thought it was great.
See, I was watching the crowd more than the game.
I thought it was great. So after Ocean Resort, we wanted to check out Hard Rock, who just kind of opened up their physical book. They, I think, a week before they started their mobile app or their online sports book.
They went online midweek.
Yep.
And then they got permission to do it to open up the actual book, the physical book, like the Thursday or Friday after that. I'm assuming and I'm hoping that they're going to have a more permanent book.
Permanent start. Yeah, it was right off the gaming floor.
It was like
how many windows? Four or five windows.
Let me put it this way. I hate to say it this way because Hard Rock does everything bombastic style kind of thing.
Sure.
It was underwhelming.
It wasn't a sports book. It had a separate room to it. It was off the side. It was against the wall. I like I said, it's what was it? 2 days old. So I'm sure they had.
I would phrase it not as a sports book, but sports betting cages.
Yeah. So that was. We saw a little of the game there, and then
final stop of the night.
DraftKings, which I gotta tell you, they're in Resorts. They're right off the boardwalk. I think it's an amazing sports book. I think it's one of the best I've been to.
I have to admit, considering we saw Ocean Resort before we actually spent some time in the actual DraftKings Sportsbook, I actually like DraftKings Sportsbook better than Ocean Resort.
I kind of Ocean Resort is
It's
immense.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's huge. It's immense. But if you want, I think if you really want to,
I love the chairs of the DraftKings Sports.
Oh, the DraftKings. Oh, the chairs are awesome. They're awesome. But DraftKings does a great job, and we saw the game there. We ended up seeing the final portion of the game
final
there.
Quarter and a half there.
And I think it's one of the best sports books. I think it's got a great location. I mean, it's right off the boardwalk.
Yeah, I
it's
think
right off the boardwalk. If you go into resorts right from the boardwalk,
it's right by the door.
It's right by the door, and it's great.
And I have to admit, Resorts has always been one of the better casinos down there.
It's the original one.
I really thought when Mohegan Sun came in and took him over, you'd see a little, floundering a little bit or something. But Resorts seems to be handling all this stuff well. They're rolling with all the new punches coming out with the sports betting and everything else. Yeah. Their online sites are good. And I think with what they did with that DraftKings Sportsbook, they did a great job.
Oh, it's great. I think it's not as big as Ocean Resort, but I think it's even better.
But you know what?
I mean, they do a great job.
I want to see what happens when you have a local team in there because they got a crap game.
Yeah, no, boy. I wonder how much that affected betting. I mean, the big thing in New Jersey, and especially mobile betting, was the in-game betting. I wonder if that took a shot because the game was so boring and so bad.
Well, like everyone was saying, the prop bets, they made out probably on the prop bets more than anything else. But again, New Jersey was Patriot heavy. Nevada was Rams heavy.
Yeah.
So if not even,
I'd be really
there.
curious to see the Pennsylvania numbers.
I'm really curious to see everything other than Nevada and New Jersey in terms of how it was split. Maybe everything was split down the middle except for Jersey.
Sure.
But Pennsylvania, at some point, they're going to release their numbers. We're going to find out. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
So another great trip to Atlantic City. Atlantic City is always fun.
Atlantic City is always fun. The Super Bowl could have been better, but it was always a good trip.
Absolutely. And I just want to say this portion of Turnpike Sports was sponsored by BrightTech. BrightTech offers unique no-dust lighting products that fit right into your home, no construction required. Elevated design should be available to everyone, not just folks with the big bank accounts. Trick out your living room, create your perfect reading nook. Whatever the situation, BrightTech has a lighting solution for you. And now get 5% off your entire order when using our promo code Radio5OFF at checkout. Head on over to BrightTechShop.com and start designing the life you want. BrightTech, your bright life realized.
Well, BrightTech does have some really nice stuff.
I do.
And quite honestly, some of those lighting stuff we saw in the sports books, they could use some BrightTech stuff, too.
It was dark, except for the massive TV screen. You know, Ocean Resort has the brightest thing.
Yeah.
So
it's just a bank of LED tubes looking at you. Right. But no, again, great trip, great books. Yeah. Some of them need to get better.
I got to tell you.
I got to see the ones all in the marina.
To be fair, we have not yet
seen the Harrah's or Golden Nugget.
Harrah's or Golden Nugget. We were at
Borgata,
which is in their race book at right now, but in the summer they're going to open up their $11 million sports book. I guess they're calling it a destination sports bar and sports book.
Yes.
I guess that's what they're calling it. And I cannot wait for that.
Maybe they're called the bar book. I don't know. But yeah, no, that's going to be a nice one to see.
Okay.
So everyone, enjoy the All-Star Draft. Make sure you get the proper bets in.
Yeah. Check the odds before you do anything.
Yep.
So it should be fun. I might throw some money down on that.
Figure out who Team LeBron is going to choose first overall. So and have fun watching everything this weekend with
and check out the
NBA.
new football league.
And that starts too.
Saturday, I think their first game is
Alliance of American Football.
Can't wait for that.
And by the way, I said awful AAFL. It's AAF. They dropped the L.
Okay, well, that's smart. That's good. That's good marketing.
Alrighty.
All right. Hey, have a great sports weekend, and we'll see you next time on the Turnpike.